Paradise, where everyone wants to be. No work, no stress, no problems. Who wouldn't prefer that over the hustle and bustle of everyday life? If only it were that simple. This might look like paradise, but our future contestants will quickly realize this may be anything but an extensive vacation. I'm Victoria Moore, your host for the next 40 days. We're all going to be in for a treat as we witness 16 tourists, ranging anywhere from 18 to 50 years old, compete against one another on this resplendent resort for a grand total of $250,000. This is just the first installment in the newly founded Reality Gauntlet. Across 3 different and unique competition shows, contestants will be competing not only for the prize money, but for enough legacy points to qualify for the ultimate trial, Reality Royalty. Only then will the best of the best duke it out to win the $500,000 cash prize and the title of Reality Monarch. Though let's not get ahead of ourselves. We've got a long season ahead of us here on this beautiful island. Are you ready to meet the tourists and watch the drama unfold? Because our adventure starts now. Welcome to the premiere of Reality Resort.
$250K on the line. I got that money on my mind. The stakes have never been higher, so I'll do whatever it takes. And this could make or break me. I know the camera loves me. And even if things get ugly, there's one thing I know for sure. I want that money, yeah. I want that money, yeah. I want that money, yeah. Give me that money. Nah, 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 nah.
No way! The brochure was actually for real.
At last, at long last, I am fulfilling a fantasy. Everyone, welcome to Reality Resort, your new home for the next, well, however long you last. Now let's do a roll call. Annalise, Brad, Charles, Cheryl, Drew, Finn, Isidore, Kylie, Marcus, Monica, Olive, Sara, Seth, Dino, Topaz, and VJ. Perfect! You're all here. Consider yourselves pioneers, as you are all the first victims of this brand new contest. In order to get to the end and have a chance to win 250 Gs, you'll need to overcome the intense challenges and stressful situations that will unfold in front of you. But most importantly, the way you navigate around one another in this game will prove detrimental in deciding who will be winning that big check with the prize money on it. Whew, I know that was a lot. But trust me, it'll only get worse. Now, as for my role, I'm not here to be your babysitter.
As if I could be your dad. Ain't no way I'd let you babysit me.
You wish. Anyway, I'm merely here to enforce the rules and facilitate challenges. Should you decide to throw hands with anyone, I will not get in your way. So, with that being said, I think it's time we show you inside, okay?
Are you endorsing violence?
Oh, no. I'm endorsing good television. Follow along now.
I didn't think this place was gonna be real. Probably just a glitch in the simulation. This is gonna be one wild social experiment.
I'm getting a feeling that I'm going to be manifesting a win here.
I hope you're all getting situated in your new living space. But don't get too comfortable, as you never know when the game is going to decide your time is over.
Ooh, so ominous. Let's not dampen the mood within the first hour, though, okay?
Agreed. I'm still trying to soak it all in. This place is crazy. I bet the gym is sick.
Wow, that might be the most predictable thing I'll hear all day. Anywho, you'll have enough time later to check it out. Now, let's go over a few baseline rules, shall we? You're all aware by now that there will be no internet access on this entire property. You have been stripped of any devices, as this is a technology-free zone. But this shouldn't be of any concern for you all, right? Isn't that the point of retreating to a vacation? To get away from the outside world, stop the forced communication and just unwind?
Yes, that sounds amazing.
I thought we all knew this was a game show. No one should be anticipating any relaxation.
Right you are, pigtailed princess. Now, everyone here is a legal adult, but that doesn't mean we expect you to act like one still. Here's how the game works. Your days here will be structured into blocks. Each block is themed and will last 3 days, excluding this opening one, and the finale. You'll be split into 2 teams of 8, which will dissipate after the first 5 contestants have been evicted.
So, when and how will the teams be determined? I've got some reservations about some people here already.
Ooh, someone's antsy to get going. Patience. Don't you want to learn about the point system?
The point of what now?
OMG, yes! I need to know the deed.
You will all have ample opportunities to earn legacy points during each phase in the game. For example, winning an immunity competition during the team phase awards everyone on the winning team some points. However, losing said competition will deduct points from everyone on the losing team. You may check the monitor at any time during your stay for a full list of what earns and loses you points. However, you cannot see how many points you or anyone else has. We have to keep some things a secret, no?
Ooh, so it's like a game within a game. That's so meta.
After the first 5 evictions of the season, the teams will merge and we will begin the jury phase. That's right, if you get evicted during the team phase, you lose out on voting for a winner on the finale night. The last thing I'll leave you with for now is to be on the lookout for legacy idols. There are 6 of these tiny emblems scattered amongst the proximity of the resort. If you find one, you may either redeem it for points or use it for invincibility in the next nomination ceremony. However, be warned that if you use it for safety, you will lose points.
This game sounds harder than I thought. Are there any refunds?
We didn't pay to be on this show, you ding-dong. Listen, I like to be a girl as fine as that Annalise chick. But Mama didn't raise no fool. I know not to get involved with girls dumber than I. Dumber than me? I skipped college, okay?
At the end of the season, you'll find out your point total and subsequently, which 5 of you will have qualified for reality royalty. Now, why doesn't everyone unwind and check out the rest of the resort for a little? I'll call you back in about an hour.
I've always been a rather motivated fella, but being here, man, I can just feel it taking me to the next level. Nobody's gonna stop me from having a good time or winning that moolah. As long as I don't think about Patricia, that is. Which I'm definitely not doing right now. Yeah.
Okay, so my job is literally understanding how people's brains work and forming strategies to capitalize on their behaviors. Is that not the perfect skill set for this game? Watch out, world, because I'm about to pull a marketing stunt so crazy, it'll make you think I'm promoting a circus!
Now this place feels just like home.
You one of those fellas who sleeps in the gym too?
Yeah, I actually am. It cuts down on my commute and monthly expenses. You'd be surprised just how comfortable some of these benches can be.
Rad, big man. I'm all about ingenuity. Being the president of my fraternity back at university, I've always got to be thinking of ways to guide my fellow brothers. Sigma Chi for life.
Glad to see a young man with a good hand on his shoulders. Sheesh, that's one way to make me feel old.
What? You can't be older than 25, no?
Huh, appreciate it. I'm turning 30 soon, and I ain't even got a wife yet.
Hey, it's alright, my dude. There's plenty of good-looking girls here. Maybe you'll find your match. It's never too late. Yeah, brother's running out of time. Turning 30 is basically giving away your rights to have fun. Must be tough.
Huh. You're telling me? Almost been a decade since I was drafted. Hoping this show will give me a shot to save my career.
Well, if there are any baseball challenges, I for sure hope you're on my team.
I'm sensing someone's already developing a crush.
Oh, what? Who, me? No, I was just, admiring the view.
Relax, girly. I would totes be checking my reflection out in the window too if I didn't already know I looked amazing.
Speaking of, can you girls believe this place? It's literally stunning.
Definitely a stark contrast from university, that's for sure.
I've already decided I'm never leaving. The sun hits way too well in this spot.
Looks like it'll be you and me in the finale then, girl.
Aw, this glow of confidence looks so good on you. Won't last for too long.
I'm afraid you're both wrong. But there's no sense in trying to convince you of that right now.
Wow, you are all very confident women.
I run a fortune-telling business. My psychic powers are borderline non-existent, but where's the fun in acknowledging that? I'm here to win, and as far as I'm concerned, there's no right or wrong way to do so.
Attention everyone! Meet me outside pronto! 2 things. First off, a gourmet dinner will be served tonight inside the dining room, a celebration of your first day. Secondly, you might have noticed these papers I have in my hand. These are the short questionnaires that we had you fill out on the yacht. Your answers have ultimately decided how you are to be split into teams.
Oh, good. I thought it was gonna be one of those personality quizzes. I don't need a piece of paper to tell me I have issues.
Nope. We all could have told you that, bucko.
As fun as it would be to deep dive into your personal problems, I'm afraid it's a little too early for that. Instead, we deduced which type of vacation you prefer, a tropical climate or an exotic destination. Without further ado, here are the results. Those who preferred a tropical vacation are the following: Kylie, Drew, Brad, Isidore, Finn, Cheryl, Annalise, and Marcus. Which means those who preferred an exotic vacation are VJ, Tino, Olive, Topaz, Charles, Sara, Monica, and Seth.
Both of these options are just socially constructed terms to make you fork over money to whatever country's government you're fleeing to.
You'd be fun at parties.
Now for the team names. Team Tropics, you are now known as the Tropical Toucans.
Aw, cute! Who doesn't love toucans?
As for Team Exotic, you'll be called the Exotic Emus. Oh, my daughter just did a project on emus. This is perfect. See, Danielle, it was meant to be.
This one reeks of desperation.
Erotic emus would have sounded better.
Yep, glad that one's not on my team.
Oh, ignore her remark. It's a pleasure to be working with y'all in whatever capacity that ends up being, as I'm still yet to understand exactly how these challenges are gonna work.
I'll say, hopefully, our diverse array of talents will prove to be too much for the emus to handle.
Yes, I've got so many that will come in handy. Oh, she said talents? I thought she said palettes. As in makeup. I've got plenty of products that will help her out. What? You all see her too, right?
The name's Topaz, track coach for future Olympians and stars. I take immense pride in helping others achieve their greatest dreams, so I would love it if we could all...
Yeah, I have a problem when it comes to people getting hurt. I burst out in laughter. It's a visceral response I quite literally cannot prevent.
Darned leg. It's never been the same since I tore my ACL. Doctors don't know why it never healed properly. Whatever. Nothing phases me anymore. Who fell? I know I didn't.
Coming on strong, are we? Real talk, I love the energy. This group is gonna be fun.
Sure, if we didn't have too many conflicting personalities, then maybe our fortune would have been, well, more fortunate.
And what's that supposed to mean?
I don't mean to interrupt quality team bonding time.
Anything but that is happening right now.
But you didn't think this was all for today, did you? It's time for your first challenge, folks! Welcome to the inaugural immunity competition. This will be your first challenge at the beginning of each new block. The winning team will receive safety for the remainder of said block, while the others are at jeopardy of being nominated for eviction. The first theme of the season is vacation. While it's true that you're competing for $250,000, we'd also like to remind you of how luxurious your new temporary home is. And what better way to do that than to force you to make me a drink?
Yeesh, who are you, my ex-wife?
Here's how hosting a mixer works. One by one, you will all take turns running over to the middle of the beach. Using your hands, you will dig to find one of 7 ingredients needed to create my favorite mixed drink. Once found, run back and tag a teammate in. You'll do so until everyone has found and given an ingredient to the 8th team member, who will concoct the beverage and bring it to me, lounging underneath this umbrella. The first team to do so will win immunity. Are you ready? Because this competition starts now!
Who here is good at mixing drinks? Scratch that. Not enough time to figure that out. I'll make an order for us.
I'm sorry, did I miss the team captain vote?
Tino, me, Olive, Monica, Charles, and then Sarah. VJ, you look like you can handle your liquor. You mix the drink.
Should I be offended? I should be, right? Psst, I'm not, though.
Wait, what about Seth?
Seth? Oh crap, you're right. Where is he?
I throw 93, 95 on a good day. I bet I'd get that up to 98 if I knew you were up in the stands watching.
Oh my god. Stop it. What sport is this again?
Now, that's a pairing nobody could have foreseen.
What? Okay, maybe Mama Ray's a bit of a fool after all. Can't blame a guy for trying.
Hey, Annalise! Party's over here! Speaking of which, I'll handle the Bloody Mary. I'm sort of a mixologist prodigy.
I'm sorry, kid, but leave the alcohol to the actual adult. I'll handle it.
Something tells me that's a bad idea.
How silly of me, I just realized. My ex-wife's name is Mary. Anyways, Mr. Frat, why don't you take this one? Probably for the best if I stay away from alcohol while I'm here. I don't have a problem, alright? I did, but not anymore.
You strike me like an espresso martini kind of gal.
What gave it away? I love espresso martinis.
I just have good judgment of character. Speaking of which, that Seth guy, definitely not who you want to be hanging out with in this game.
Really? He seemed nice. Why do you say that?
Guys like him act like that, but they're hiding ulterior motives. Can read right through him. Had to kick a couple dudes like that out of the fraternity, unfortunately.
Your turn, Annalise.
Does anyone else find it odd that our challenge involves handling alcohol while we have 3 people here who can't even legally drink?
The age-old mystery of the Forbidden Fruit Punch Brigade. It's all part of the grand plan to keep us distracted from the real issues. They want us fixated on who's sipping what while the intergalactic hamster overlords tighten their grip on the cheese supply chain.
Okay, maybe he's more fun than I thought. Fun to make fun of.
Faster, faster, faster! Come on, college girl. This is riding on you.
Topaz, that might work for athletes, but in my experience, students do not thrive under the same pressure.
Only soft ones.
Pretend you're trying really hard to find your son's cell phone after yours died during the live finale premiere of Chilling Out with the Chamberlains.
The Worcestershire sauce. It's right behind her.
Ah, you were right. I got it. I got it.
That is definitely a Bloody Mary. Congrats, Tropical Toucans. You have won this immunity competition.
Yay! Circle grind set.
Looks like there'll be 2 emus up for eviction this block. But I think we've had enough fun for one day. Why don't you all get cleaned up and enjoy your dinner tonight? The nomination ceremony awaits you tomorrow.
Great job mixing that drink. I really thought VJ had it in the bag.
Oh, that was nothing. Appreciate you, though.
I'm pretty ticked we lost that. But no sense in crying over spilled milk. We've got an even bigger task ahead of us. I'm a fighter, so I refuse to give up this early.
Am I worried that I'm a potential option for nomination tomorrow? Only as concerned as the old man who joins my yoga class full of beautiful women. Trust me, I've danced my way out of tighter corners than this. Besides, I've got a backup plan.
Eight players have just earned their first legacy points, whereas the other 8 got their first taste of loserdom. But a lot can happen within the next few days. Who will be our first 2 nominees of the season, and which one of them will be the first evicted? You'll have to find out on the next episode of Reality Resort.